So the first excuse that we'll be addressing in this series is the excuse that you can love animals and eat them. This is something we hear all the time as vegans. People proclaim almost every day that they're animal lovers. In fact, we live in a society of animal lovers. Yet how can this society of animal lovers also be the same society that pays for and perpetuates a system that slaughters 56 billion land animals and up to 2.7 trillion marine animals every single year? After all, these are animals that think and feel and inherently want to live. Moreover, we live in a society of pet lovers, people who love and cherish the animals that we have traditionally in our homes, animals like dogs and cats and guinea pigs and hamsters. These are the animals that we love because, of course, it's impossible to love animals if you pay for them to be murdered and killed. So let's put this into a human perspective. If a parent was to beat their child, would we say that that parent loved their child? If a partner beat their other half, would we say that they loved their other half? Of course not, because you can't love someone if you inflict intentional suffering and pain onto them. It goes against the very foundations of love. This obviously also applies to animals. If someone was to beat and abuse a dog, we would hardly call them a dog lover. If someone was to slaughter a cat by cutting their throat, we would hardly consider them to be a cat lover. And yet we live in a society where there's this moral hypocrisy, where people who claim to be animal lovers are paying for pigs and cows and chicken and fish and sheep to have their throats cut and to be killed for no necessary reason. To put this into even simpler terms, if you love someone, the last thing you want to happen to them is for them to have pain inflicted upon them, for them to suffer, for them to be forcibly impregnated, for them to be mutilated, for them to have their children taken off them, for them to be exploited, for them to have their throats cut, or for them to be put into a gas chamber. These are not the things that we do to beings that we profess to love. These are things that we do to beings that we want to see suffer and die. And that's precisely what happens to these animals. They suffer and die. So you can't love animals if their flesh is on your plate, or their secretions are in a glass in the form of milk, or scrambled on your toast. You can't love animals if you wear their skin, their feathers, or their flesh. You can't love animals if you buy cosmetics and makeup that was tested on them. You can't love animals if you're not vegan, because to love animals, to truly love animals, means to show them all respect, love, compassion, dignity, and kindness. To show them all the basic respect that we give to the animals that we do love, like the dogs and cats. If you're an animal lover, you must show compassion to every single species of animals, not just the ones that society has indoctrinated you to love. If you truly love animals, you must be vegan, because to breed them into a system of exploitation and suffering is the opposite of to love them.